Hello guys, welcome back to another live stream. And I'm doing our family roundup, of course, for this week. Of course, Liverpool shot Man City. Arsenal, of course, they top of the league. Villa disappointed that we can't even finish our boots off, and we don't have a proper striker who can score. Southampton are still struggling. And yeah, Leicester are still struggling, and Wolves, of course, finally got a win against Forest. So I'm with Arsenal fan today, Luca. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you very much for inviting me on.
No, it's fine. So let's get into the first game then. Brentford 2, Brighton 0, Albion 0 on Friday night. I think Brent, I think Brentford was good. I think their attacking was good. Tony, of course, good goal. Brighton, of course, will they go down now that they have got Potter? But what do you think?
I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights. I think Brighton are going to struggle. Well, not necessarily struggle. They've done well without Graham Potter. They got a very good, decent draw against Liverpool, Anfield, a couple of weeks ago, and they should have beaten Liverpool. But no, I think Brighton losing this game isn't the end of the world. But they always seem to start well, and then they kind of dip down a little bit. I think Brighton are currently sitting in seventh, eighth in the league, still in a good position around the Conference League area. Look, Brighton are not going to get European football, but Brighton have done very well this season. They've got the likes of Trossard, McAllister. Um, they've got some decent players, and yes, they've lost Neil Maupay. Danny Welbeck is not going to carry them anymore. So Brentford, for me, Ivan Toney got his 100th goal. And that's very good. Ivan Toney's a quality striker on his day, and Brentford are doing very well. Thomas Frank got his good goal. Um, but yeah, good win for Brentford.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think a good win for Brentford. 2.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the second game then. Poor game. Leicester 0, Crystal Palace 0. Nothing to said. I do watch a game, but apparently Leicester played really well. But apparently it was a poor game at the same time. What do you think?
I didn't watch the game, but I will give you my thoughts on the result. I haven't seen the performance. I think it's a disappointing for Crystal Palace because Palace should be walking away getting all 3 points because
Uh,
what you what you've just said that Leicester apparently played very well. I think it's a decent point for Leicester, but at the same time, you say it's a decent point, but Leicester, for me, they need to start picking up results because this isn't the Leicester City where you've got quality players like James Maddison, you've got
well,
Tielemans, Harvey Barnes, you've got Daka.
game.
And for me, Leicester, right,
Uh,
they should be up there. But for me, they don't deserve to be up there. And I think they're going to be in a relegation battle this season. I think they will survive because they'll have enough quality to get out of the group. And I think January they need to strengthen because the fans are not happy with Brendan Rodgers. He's done well until he won the FA Cup for Leicester 2 seasons ago. But however, it's time for a change. And Leicester saying that they can't afford to get rid of Brendan Rodgers. If you can't get rid of Brendan Rodgers, you need to start spending money in January. Because where are Leicester going to get money in January? Because if they don't spend in January and they keep losing like this, they could go down. And as always, people say, it's never too big for a team to go down. And for me, I think Leicester will stay up this season, but
yeah,
Rodgers is not the answer.
no, I agree. Of course, one of their best players, James Maddison, of course, picked up his 5th yellow card, so he won't be playing midweek against Leeds. I think they have. So not really good there. Crystal Palace was quite poor apparently. Apparently, no one expected them. Like everyone expected
I
them.
think Leeds will beat Leicester.
Yeah,
The way
I
I,
think they were awesome.
the way I saw Leeds playing against us today, and of course we will touch on our game later on. The way I saw Leeds playing today against us, I think Leeds will beat Leicester.
Mm. I think they will. We might do predictions for midweek games as well.
That's all
Then,
right.
yeah. So let's get on to the next game then. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2. I predicted
Then.
a 2-2. I
You did.
predicted Bournemouth to win 2-1 last week. I'm getting all the Bournemouth scores
Why
right.
not, mate? You should keep it up. No, I think it's a good point for Bournemouth. Bournemouth are doing very well in the league. After making a good reaction after losing 9-0 to Liverpool. For me, Bournemouth were 2-1 up, and then Fulham got an equaliser. I think Mitrovic scored in that game.
Yeah, I think
So
penalty.
yeah, so even game really. It's not the end of the world for Bournemouth. Another good result for Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth scored in the first 30 seconds as well.
They did.
So, good point for both teams. I thought, can both teams keep it up and get that top 10, maybe?
I still think both of them are going to go down this season. But if you had to choose, one of them will stay up.
Probably Fulham, innit? They're
Fulham slightly.
because they've got a top striking midfield.
Yeah, they are.
Let's go on to the next game then. Wolves 1, Forest 0. I predicted the 1-0 Forest, but it was
Forest
1-0.
are bad, mate. Forest are terrible, mate. And Dawn the Tour, mate. If you're watching this, right, unlucky, mate, because your team are going to get relegated. So the trouble with Forest is they just can't seem to win. Like they buy a brand new squad and they just can't gel in together.
I see all Wolves fans saying, Villa picked up a point against Forest and we beat them. Mate, come on. We're okay. We're still higher than you. Yes, it's only 1 point in it, same points, but still higher than you. But yeah, good win for Wolves, to be fair. Forest. I like Forest as a club. I really do. But I think they could go down this season.
Yeah, I think they're going to go down now. I think it's
23 players they've signed.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Mad. Next game then. Spurs 2, Everton 0. I predicted a 2-0 Spurs, so another point on my board. But good win. Good win for Spurs.
Good win for Tottenham, man. And I said this on Arsenal Alex's show earlier and my channel as well today. I think Spurs are a team to watch out this season. Like I think they're creeping up. We're only 4 points clear of them, and Spurs are actually catching up with us because they're there and abouts. And for me, if Conte of course lost that North London derby to Arsenal, they would have been 1 point behind us today. And Tottenham recently haven't been playing well in performances, but yesterday they played very well. Everton were poor, and they've been poor for the last couple of seasons. And Kane is just on fire at the moment. Like the guy is just scoring goals for fun. Son's there and about as well, and we're still getting wins without Klevesky as well. And that's how much Spurs have got Son, they've got Kane, they've got Lucas Moura as well to come off the bench. They've got Richarlison that they've added quality into this. They've got so much depth up front.
He's injured now.
I think Spurs will get fourth this season.
I predicted them to get third.
Yeah, third or fourth.
I think they could do it. But yeah, I think good win for Spurs. Everton. I think it was a poor game from both teams, to be fair. I watched this game and I think it was really poor game. But Harry Kane scored that pen. Then who scored? Someone else scored for Spurs, but I can't remember who. Was it Ojo? Deflected shot, I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. But yeah, good win for Spurs. And yeah, we'll move on. So move on to Leeds United 0, Arsenal 1. Go on, Luca. You're top of the league and you're happy.
Yeah, I'm happy, to be honest. It wasn't a really good performance. We got away with it today. I missed the first 20 minutes, which is quite frankly, I missed the first.
Did you miss a goal as well?
No, I caught the goal. It was a very good finish by Saka. Great assist by Martin Odegaard. But second half, we were poor. We were very poor today because how we got away with that, I do not know. And the referee, Christopher Kavanagh, I didn't even know he was the ref today until I saw it when I put it on my phone. And the referee was shocking today. I like for me, I'm not his biggest fan because he always goes against us. And he went against us a couple of seasons ago when we lost to Wolves during the lockdown season, when Wolves was equaliser from David Luiz when we gave a penalty away, despite he tripped up. If you go back and watch that 2-1 Wolves in 2020.
Yeah.
So, but no, I think we were lucky today. I think we were genuinely lucky. Gabriel had a shocking game in an Arsenal shirt and should have been sent off, but clearly wasn't a red card.
And
he did give it. He did give it, and then he got recalled back. So he got.
The only happy news about this game, yeah, Patrick Bamford, the full missed a penalty. Just love it. I hate him to bits.
Yeah, so do I, mate. So do I. And Patrick Bamford missing a penalty. That bit was a penalty from William Saliba, because Saliba giving that penalty away. Don't get me wrong, I like Saliba, but he played in midweek. A lot of players were so fatigued, so fragile. They just looked tired, and we've had so many games recently, and it wasn't a good performance by Arsenal. We got away with it today.
Yeah, I think good win for Arsenal. Let me move on them. Man U 0, Newcastle 0. Nothing really to say. Boring game, I guess.
I didn't see the game, but apparently Mike Green said that Cristiano Ronaldo had an offside goal, to be honest. I haven't seen the game, so I can't say anything about the performance. But what I will say about the result is I think it's a very good point for Newcastle. Newcastle are doing very well at the moment. Scored like 5 goals the other week. They scored 4 past Fulham, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Who did they score 5 against?
Brentford.
Brentford, yeah. So they scored 5 against Brentford at home. They scored 4 against Fulham, got a point against Manchester United. They're doing very well. They're 6th in the league. And if Manchester United lose their next 2 games, which is Tottenham at home on Wednesday and Chelsea away, Newcastle beat Everton and Tottenham, Newcastle go into the top 4.
Yeah. I think Man U do have tough games. I think
Man United got Tottenham. We need Man United to do us a favour, despite the beaters at Old Trafford, and we've only lost to 1 game so far. I want Manchester United to beat Tottenham, because Tottenham will catch up with us, because Man United, if they win, and if Chelsea beat Brentford on Wednesday, then Chelsea can go 5 points. Chelsea can go 5 points behind us.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah. Next one then. Southampton 1, West Ham 1.
West Ham have started to pick on a bit of a good form. Declan Rice rescued them a point. And I was looking at the table. They're not far from a European place. In fact, I'll have a look where West Ham are in the league. West Ham are currently sitting in 12th with 11 points. They are 4 points off top 6, 5 points off a Europa League spot. So they're only 5 points behind. If they beat Liverpool in the week at Anfield, and if Manchester United lose to Tottenham, there'd only be 2 points off a Europa League spot. So West Ham are starting to pick on good form, aren't they, Bailey? It looks like he's frozen. Bailey's frozen. He's frozen. He's frozen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you froze.
Yeah. I thought I frozen this. I don't know what happened.
No, as I was saying, if Manchester United don't pick up a result against Tottenham, and if West Ham beat Liverpool at Anfield, then West Ham will only be like 2 points off 5th place.
Yeah, I think they could get rotated. It's early into the season.
I think they can chase maybe Conference League, but other than that, nothing. But West Ham do need to get some kind of European football this season.
Yeah, definitely. And Southampton, I don't know what to say with them. I think
we've got them next Sunday away.
If you beat them,
they beat us last season 1-0.
Sure. Well, next game, Aston Villa 0, Chelsea 2. Let's just say, 17 shots for Aston Villa, 7 for Chelsea. I did go to the game. My second Villa miss this season, but just want to say.
Do you go to every single game?
Huh?
Do you go to a lot of video games?
Yeah, I go to every game. But I just want to say, Leon Bailey hit a crossbar. Danny shot, saved. No. Save. McGinn shot, save. Danny Sadic shot, hit a post. Again, shot, save. Kepa, what a keeper. He has to be number 1 for Chelsea now. But what do you think?
I still think Mendy should be number 1 goalkeeper, but Kepa is doing very well at the moment. And for me, he's having a point to prove at the moment. And your game today, I didn't see it. That's another result. But what I've been hearing from you, it sounds like Kepa had a good game. It's a great result for Chelsea. Chelsea is starting to pick on good form. Aubameyang was poor today, I heard.
He got took off in the first half.
Yes, did he have any chances?
Don't know. I do wish. Yeah, I know. Mason Mount scored a free kick.
Yeah, he did. He did. So past Martinez.
Yeah.
But
and the first goal, what was Mings doing, man?
Mings is crap.
He had such a good season since he had captain off. Now we go and do that.
You keep losing games at the moment. I think Gerrard needs to go, man. Why have you still not sacked him yet?
I don't know. I know Chelsea fans were singing today. And you're getting sacked in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't know. We need to sack him. I reckon he should be gone by tomorrow. But
he won't go.
We'll wait. We'll wait and see.
Mm.
Let's go then. Oh, shock. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0.
Great performance by Liverpool today.
Alisson with assist. Mo Salah with the goal. Didn't really see a goal. I know Man City had a goal disallowed, what should have got given apparently. And Klopp got sent off. But let's just say, I know he moans, yeah, but he had the right to moan.
Well, he did have the right to moan.
Huh?
He did have the right to moan.
Yeah, because that was a foul, was it?
Exactly. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
I think that was a free kick. I don't know how.
It was a free kick. And Man City, for me, should have scored from Foden.
Yeah, and Nunes what is he doing, man?
I know.
That could have been 2-0.
But do you think Liverpool can catch up now? Because if we don't have a game in the week, and because we were playing in the Europa League, we were supposed to play Manchester City at home, and Liverpool, for me, if they win on Wednesday night at home to West Ham, Liverpool will be 11 points behind us.
I'm gonna read something out in a minute, but let's just talk about this. So yeah, I think Liverpool could catch up, but Mo Salah said he ain't getting his heads up with the title yet. He said he needs to take it game by game.
I'm not ruling them out at the moment. I don't think they'll catch up with the league, but I'm not ruling it out at the moment.
Okay, it says here then Pep has confirmed coins were thrown towards him from the crowd during Manchester defeat at Liverpool on Sunday. Speaking about the matter in his post-match press conference, Pep said, "Next time we will do it better. It didn't get me. They try it again next year." Don't know. Yeah, that's what Pep said.
Yeah.
But yeah, good win for Liverpool. So, shall we do predictions for the week? Let's start from Tuesday. So, Brighton first, Nottingham Forest. Of course, Brighton lost Friday. Forest, of course, lost. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton.
Who's Brighton playing against?
Forest.
2-0 Brighton.
Yeah. Crystal Palace Wolves. I'm going 2-0 Palace.
2-0 Palace.
Yeah. Wednesdays then. Let's have a look. So Bournemouth Southampton. I think 3-1 Bournemouth.
2-1 Southampton.
Ooh, okay. Brentford Chelsea. I think 2-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
Liverpool West Ham. I think Liverpool 2-1.
3-1 Liverpool.
Newcastle Everton. I think 3-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle.
Man U Spurs. I'm gonna go 3-2 to Spurs.
2-1 Tottenham.
Okay. First then. Fulham Villa have to win. I'm going 2-0 Villa. Positive.
Fulham who?
Villa.
Hard to say, really. 2-1 Fulham.
Leicester Leeds. I'm going 2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds.
Okay, and to finish off, the Europa League game, Arsenal against PSV. I think Arsenal win this 3-0 to Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
Okay, and to finish it off, guys, Arsenal end the week at the top of the league to make Luca happy. Manchester City lost. We will wait and see. Maybe because only Spurs playing basically, aren't they, in that top three? So if Spurs win, they go top, don't they? Pretty sure.
Yeah, if Tottenham win against Man United, they'll be 1 point behind They'll be 1 point behind. And Man City will drop to third.
Yeah, that's good.
But Chelsea could go level on points with them.
Yeah. There's the end of the live stream note. Subscribe to Luca. He's on the road of how many subs?
We're currently sitting on, bear with me 2 seconds. We're on 2,464. We're trying to get to 2.5k, so we're 36 away.
Okay, so go and subscribe to him. Subscribe to me, and we will see you when Villa play Arsenal, or maybe before that. You never know. But up the Villa, on to Fulham away. Come on.